everyone! Zantok here with Select Gaming, and welcome back to some more Persona 4 Golden. Curb, how's it going?
Zantok. Alright. I feel like there's a frog in my throat. I think I'm gonna blame the fog for it.
Do you need to get one of the gas masks that Tonica is selling? It
Uh,
comes with an emergency first aid kit.
do they come in orange?
I doubt it.
I think honestly, I think at that point, if I'm worried about gas masks, I think it's more practicality than color.
Yeah, I think that's the case with most people, or at least it should be. Alright, well, we're still, not because you know, they're still at the hospital. We did get that Big Bro is Worried trophy, well, achievement rather, depending on what version you're playing, I guess. If you're playing on the Vita, it's a trophy. If it's Steam, it's an achievement. We went ahead and got that. Technically, we never visited Nanako because that was in an alternate reality, where we...
But we got the achievement.
Yeah, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
But now let's go ahead and do what we're doing tonight, and we're gonna go back to the fortunes.
Oh, we're starting off with this.
Yeah, but if my notes are correct here, it doesn't matter what level of blessing we get this time around. No matter what we get, the relationship should become closer soon. We should be getting that message, which means, of course, we're gonna get a great blessing on the first try when it doesn't.
Of course,
matter.
the one time we need it. So as long as it says, your relationship will become closer soon.
Right, and if it doesn't, I'll scream.
Okay.
Mild blessing. You feel you've gotten a little closer. Your relationship could become stronger soon. Got it.
Okay, nice. So is mild the medium and small is the smallest, I'm assuming?
I'm not entirely sure. It's either that or the other way around. I mean, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But there's never a point where you need one of those ones. It's only ever mentioned, oh, hey, you need a great or you need anything. So I never really bothered to look into it.
Okay. I like the idea that there's really supposed to be only two, a small one and a great one, but then there's some that just happen to have some like hot sauce on them, like, and you're like, what the? Why is this like this? Oh, it's mild. Okay.
Taco
It's
Bell.
mild.
Yeah.
Mild. It's mild Taco Bell sauce on my fortune. How did this get here?
Well, you see that lady that spends her time at the shrine all the time?
Yes.
Yo.
She's a little sloppy of an eater.
Yeah.
Yo, Yoga! Look at this weather, man. What's up with this? It's really weird. Have you ever heard of anything like this before? Oh yeah, in Vital Start today.
No.
But that's seriously not the point now. What's going to happen?
I'm worried too.
Yeah, you are. You're worried about Vitals. I thought that stuff about the fog being harmful to people was just a rumor. But people are getting sick. And even besides that, there have been a lot of weird rumors being spread around too. Damn. I don't like how any of this feels.
And of course, none of us are going to be affected because we're used to the fog from in the TV.
We're also not crazy. And
Also
think
true.
the fog's going to kill us. So, finals have begun. What does French food stem from?
Oh my gosh. I remember that this was a thing. Italian?
Yes.
Okay. It took me a second. I knew that one wasn't an actual question, I'm pretty sure, but Friggin'
What does
finals.
the figure in figure skating refer to?
Geometric shapes!
Correct.
How that has to do with freaking geography? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who is buried in the biggest pyramid in Egypt? I'm not gonna mess this one up again. It's Khufu.
We just learned this one last time, so I would hope you would remember that.
You expect me to remember everything?
Well, I expect you to remember what is the book of maps called.
Not a book of maps.
I mean,
it's an atlas.
Technically speaking, that would be accurate, but it's also incorrect. I guess. I mean, if I was a teacher and I had a question that's like, what would you call a book of maps? And if some kid wrote down a book of maps, I'd be like, man, I really want to mark this correct. I really do. If it was a regular lesson, I would, but it's the final, so I can't. Sorry. There's no way to keep this club going like this. Too many of our members are calling in sick. When is this damn fog gonna clear up?
But, Senpai, the people who are just slacking off aren't showing up either, right? You can keep your club with the members you're left with. Maybe the fog helped you find out who's the most dedicated to being in the club.
Huh? Well, that's one way of looking at it, I guess. But it doesn't help the fact that we don't have enough people left to have a full team.
That's a really good point. Is that supposed to factor into, like, saying, like, hey, go check on your clubs? They might think you're not going.
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
What word has the words bride ale as its roots?
Groom booze. No, it's definitely, it's the first bridle, not the horse bridle underneath it.
Yeah, the one that you thought it was last time.
I know, I was worried.
What kind of bird is a conchodori?
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. A cuckoo. No. Yes, no, wait. Oh. Because I remember I answered sparrow first for that one. Originally.
Alright, day 4. Which country does the South Pole belong to?
Nobody!
011235813. What is this sequence called?
The stupid one. Fibonacci.
You're right. It frustrates the hell out of me. It's like, why does this exist?
That occasional guitar in the back.
Hey, did you hear what they say happened on the Midnight Channel? Someone said they turned it on, and there's a picture of this town in complete ruins.
What? Huh? My friend said that she saw Inaba get swallowed by the fog and sent into some other dimension. Uh-oh. She said there were monsters coming out of the fog too, like in that story.
Have you noticed? Ever since this fog started, it seems that some people can see the Midnight Channel even when it's not raining. Could it be? Is our town getting more and more messed up? That's fucking weird.
Now we're gonna have to go check the channel.
I would if I heard that. What desert is the Welwitschia found in? I gotta be honest, I don't remember this question.
Isn't it the Namib?
That is the answer, I just don't remember it coming up.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Which of these is considered a rice cake?
Oh, right, Mochi.
Mochi!
Man, this fog just won't quit. The weather report said it might start snowing soon. But what's going to happen if it snows with all this fog?
Whoa! Where'd you guys come from?
Wow, that's quite a crowd you got there.
We ran into each other back there, so we came together. The fog's so thick that sometimes you can't see your nose in front of your face, so everyone's forming groups now.
Makes sense. It'd be even better that, you know, held a rope.
That's pretty smart.
Because then it'd be like, hey, we're all together, and not just, oh, somebody got left behind. Fuck.
It's definitely been weird lately. It's so cold, too.
Visibility's so bad it's scary. Can I stick close to you, Senpai?
Oh, this girl never changes.
It really is hard to see anything in this, though. It's just like on the other side.
Speaking of, where's Teddy?
Guys, put on your glasses!
Oh, shit. When you put your glasses on, your vision becomes much clearer.
That makes a lot of sense.
Whoa, it's all clear.
What the hell's going on?
These glasses are meant to help us see through the fog in the other world. But putting that aside, no glasses would improve one's visibility in a fog under normal circumstances.
Kind of makes me wonder if these would have worked on the fog from earlier parts of the game when you know, like, okay, the fog is here. Time to check the midnight channel, see if anybody died. Could we have seen that fog with these glasses? Maybe we could have found out who was the killer by seeing in the fog that early. That would have been nice.
Oh boy.
Then, could the fog from over there be leaking into our world? Huh? Well, you guys think that's it? I was kind of expecting you to ignore it as Chie being random again. It's just a thought.
I mean, it makes sense. The mood darkens.
Anyways, today's the last day of exams, right? Let's get them over with so we can meet up at the special headquarters after school.
Wow, we haven't used that name in a while.
It's the last day of the exams. You answered every question with ease. Questions seem to be flowing from your hand. Or the answers, rather. But, you know, same deal.
When I get correct answers, flowers sprout from my head, too.
That's really weird.
Wow.
There will be dramatic turns in the story from this point. It
Holy
is
crap.
strongly recommended that you take this opportunity to save. So, guys, here's where the story gets fucking real. Very soon, we are going to be able to trigger a couple bad endings, which will not just be a game over type of bad ending, but it will actually be considered technically complete in the game, because you'll get ending cutscenes, you'll get credits, but it is again a bad ending. I've said in the very first episode of this that I'm going to show off all of these. So we'll be going through both of the bad endings that are coming up, and then we'll continue on with the true ending, we'll call it. Because technically this game has both a good, true, and golden ending, but the true and golden ending are just extra scenes that you get if you did certain things, which we're also doing. But we're going to go ahead and save.
I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for this. Or emotionally prepared.
Probably are not.
I'm probably not even financially prepared for this.
Let me put it
Somehow.
this way. While I knew that some things were happening in the game before I played it, I didn't know about this.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, here's a story about the fog. Some specialists are raising concerns that this fog may consist of harmful substances. More and more citizens are calling for an investigation into the cause of the fog and the facts about it.
They won't figure anything out.
Though the government has begun its preliminary investigation, many feel that the causes will be hard to pinpoint. Is this fog really dangerous?
You hardly ever see people walking around town anymore. Or here either.
Everyone's too scared of the fog now to go outdoors much.
It does seem a lot like the fog on the other side. But beyond that, I'm clueless.
There's another
That's
item of note
concerning.
here. A summary of Namatame's career with details about the case. The suspect was having an affair with the first victim. It seems she was killed due to relationship troubles. Also in April, Miss Saki Konishi's body was discovered. The police are looking into a motive for the murder. In July, a boy living in Inaba performed a copycat murder. The boy was initially thought to be the culprit behind all the killings, but later suspicion was thrown upon Namatame. Last month, the suspect attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old girl of Inaba, resulting in his arrest. It seems Namatame is still confined to his hospital bed, so further interrogation has yet to commence.
So it's finally over. A lot of stuff's happened. But all that's left is for the police to build a case for Namatame, right?
Can
You have a
I?
thought?
I have. Oh.
Please share.
It's time for Curb Stupid Theories. No. So I was thinking about it more, because if you think about it, a lot of going in and out of the TV has always been like people from this side, from our side. Teddy's really been like the only one so far that's come back. But I think we might have our very first case of something else, and what if that was malicious and brought the fog back? Because of something you pointed out, when Namatame changed forms, he had a different name. Something that was maybe much more of that world. I could see it being a case where, like, he brought more back with him, whatever that guy was. That maybe not even Namatame.
So you're saying, what if shadows will appear in this fog?
Yes, because our first shadow might have come back, the one that was Namatame. Because Teddy's not a shadow.
Alright, well. We'll keep that
Sorry,
log and find out if you're right or not.
I had my sharp gasp moment. I had to.
Of course, of course.
Can they prove anything, though? That is so true. What can they prove?
I'm sure your uncle can.
But the stuff he was saying was so obviously nuts. If he says anything about the TV world, he might be considered mentally unstable.
Also, I heard before that if the police don't have enough hard evidence, it's difficult to build a case.
Yes, there are many such cases and culprits. It's the eternal conundrum for crime investigators.
So even if they're caught, the law can't do shit?
It's a possibility.
Hell's up with that! We all know he did it. You can't just let a maniac who thinks he's saving people by killing them run wild on the streets!
It's fair.
They better not dismiss something this serious because of some mental issues. Saki-senpai. No, not just her, or that announcer. Even King Moron is his fault. If it weren't for what he did, nobody would have tried a copycat killing. It's his fault Nanako-chan's in the hospital right now, too.
You're reminded that you made a promise with Nanako to buy a new kotatsu. Huh, remember that? That was a while ago.
Right. That was a while ago.
What's the matter?
You told Neil about your promise with Nanako.
A kotatsu?
Oh, then why don't we go check them out right now? I know Nanako-chan would be psyched if she came home and found a new kotatsu.
Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner? The winter season's coming up and we just got a bunch of them in stock. All right, off to the housewares section for Nanako-chan!
That was a...
that again.
Yeah, that was an interesting segue.
God, that reminded me of Fufumi just now.
Oh,
when he tries to go all hero, God.
Oh no.
If we're getting a kotatsu, we better get some oranges to complete the set.
What?
Oranges?
It's a cliche because it's true, damn it.
I guess it's a Japanese culture thing.
Oh! Like the actual... I thought they meant the color, like they were getting an orange one. Whoops!
The best compliment to a kotatsu would be a heated rug.
Ooh, yes.
Dude, that much juice would kill the breaker the moment you tried to microwave something.
Don't care.
Oh yeah, you've never used a kotatsu before, huh, Ted? It's nice and toasty.
Ted looks... concerned.
Can I still stay here? You kept your promise to me, so I should be going back. But I don't want to go until Nana-chan gets better.
Of course you can stay. How many times do we have to say this before it gets through to you?
Nanako-chan would be sad if you weren't there when she wakes up.
But I couldn't save Nana-chan.
Don't be silly. We saved her together.
We caught the killer, man. We couldn't have done that without you.
Teddy, you shouldn't talk that way when Nanako-chan is still fighting.
You guys.
Yeah, you can stay here.
Sensei, I'm so touched.
You don't want Teddy staying at your house?
Well, not when Nanako comes home. I feel like that might be an iffy situation.
I don't ever want him at my house.
I'll stay by your side until Nana-chan comes home, Sensei.
You can sleep at Yosuke's.
Oh, that's right. There's no one but you at your place.
Oh, God. He is staying at our house.
Why don't we pick out a Christmas present for Nanako-chan while we're at it?
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm sure she'll be out of the hospital by then.
All right, but none of this charge it to Yosuke stuff this time. Seriously. We're clear on this, right?
I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear anything, did you?
Charge it to... Who? I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go. Let's go, Yukiko. Run.
Come on. Why would we do something like that?
Dude, the clothes you got for this guy? I almost pissed my pants when I saw the receipt. How many days do you think I had to work to pay that off?
Well, I can't help it if Juness overcharges for things.
That's not the problem.
I mean, she's got a point, though.
Well, I guess you gotta expect that. It's not like Chie-san's ever had the occasion to help a guy shop before.
What? Oh,
what
shit.
did you just say?
Come on, baby. Don't fight over me.
Stay out of this!
Okay, I'm sorry, but this whole, like, slice of life thing doesn't really feel appropriate right now. I know it's still cute and stuff. I know, it still feels weird.
Let's leave them be and think of a present for Nanako-chan on our own.
But what would a girl her age want?
What do you think Nanako-chan would appreciate most?
Oh my gosh, a Rosette doll. That's what I'm guessing, right?
It's whatever.
That's not really for kids.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's still pretty cute. Just like the real thing.
Oh my god.
Alright, as soon as Nanako-chan's out of the hospital, we'll have a party at your place.
Yes! And we'll bake the cake!
I'm sorry, what?
Of course.
Let's make it a cake to remember.
No.
Oh, no, you're not. Are you trying to send Nanako-chan back to the hospital?
I'll make the cake.
Or Naoto can make it. Oh, Naoto doesn't know.
Naoto
I saw her question mark. She wasn't there for it. Oh.
It's Adachi.
Hello, this is Adachi. I want you to stay calm and listen to me, okay? Nanako-chan's condition suddenly got worse.
Oh, no.
The doctor wants you to come to the hospital immediately. We'll be waiting.
No.
Come on, let's go.
Katatsu will have to wait.
Yeah. What the heck?
Dojima is listening to an explanation from the doctor. There have been loud noises throughout the hospital for some time now.
Doctor, this fog is poisonous, isn't it? Isn't it filled with viruses? They said so on TV. Isn't there a vaccine or something for it?
Topical.
Karen, go home.
Well, no, Karen
Calm
wouldn't
down,
be asking
please.
for one.
That's just a rumor.
Don't tell me to calm down! You're lying! We know you have medicine for this!
You sure?
Sorry, I recognize that.
Are you just going to stand there and watch us die?
Yep, I recognize that voice. Yep. I like.
Why would we do something like that?
What a commotion.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Can't you see how much pain she's in?
All we can do right now is monitor her condition closely. Dojima-san, you need to return to your...
I don't give a damn about myself. Do something about Nanako.
Dojima-san!
Just save her. For God's sake, please save Nanako.
We'll do our best. I must ask you to step outside for the time being.
Nanako.
Not good. A nurse accompanied Dojima back to his room.
Hey, can't you do something? This all has to do with the world you came from. Can't you figure something out?
I'm thinking, but...
Damn it! Why does this have to happen to a little girl like her?
We all feel the same way.
Why'd it turn out like this?
Nanako-chan's gonna be okay, right?
You guys still here?
Excuse me?
How is Dojima-san doing?
His wound's opened up again. They're treating it over in his room now.
Ow!
Any luck with your investigation on Namatame?
about that. I won't mince words here. We're gonna have a hard time making these charges stick.
What's that mean?
I talked with the guys at the station, and it'll be next to impossible to find him guilty in court.
Because of how delusional
Especially
he is.
given the reason why we took him off our list of suspects for the first case.
Oh, yeah. Something about him having an alibi.
Yeah, that. And the whole angle about him putting people into TVs, there's no way that'll stand up in court.
Got a point.
No one would believe that. What the public wants is when, where, and how Namatame killed these people. And Dojima-san knows it.
Well, ain't you calm about this?
Kanji?
I'm just telling you the truth.
And you call yourself a cop? Huh? If you want to see that stuff so bad, we'll show you! Hurry up and bring a TV here, damn it!
Hey, stop!
What the?
What the?
Is Nanako-chan's family here?
Hi.
Hurry inside. Please talk to her.
What? I'm sorry, what?
What the hell? What's going on?
No. Nanako-chan.
Oh my gosh.
Daddy.
He'll be here soon.
Nanako-chan. Nanako-chan. Can you hear us? Do you understand what we're saying? Your big brother's here with you. Just hang in there. Where's Dojima-san?
We're calling for him right now.
Right after his wound is reopened, though?
I mean, would you keep him out?
Right, but... Okay, yeah, you're right.
How's Nanako?
Doctor.
She's awake more.
Big bro.
I'm right here. Okay, was it? There it is. I was like, wait, just hold her hand, damn it.
I'm scared. Big bro. Daddy.
No. No.
Nanako! Nanako!
I'm sorry, sir.
You've got to be kidding me. No.
Damn it! Damn it!
Nana-chan.
Oh my god.
We did everything we could, but we still couldn't figure out what caused this.
I don't know if now's the time to talk to Dojima about it. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Nanako-chan.
I was not prepared for this today. This isn't okay. What the...
Dojima-san, what's with that look?
Dachi!
Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Huh? Wait, is Nanako-chan... But then, where did Dojima-san go? His room isn't that way.
Oh no.
Wait a sec. That's the way to...
The roof?
Worse.
Senpai! Senpai!
Worse.
Dojima-san might have gone after Namatame!
Oh.
Adachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital.
You transported him to the same hospital? For crying out loud, he's the suspect in the case!
Do you see any other hospitals here?
I was about to say, yeah.
What are you getting mad at me for? This is the biggest hospital, and he's in no condition to be moved.
Why didn't you say anything?
In case something like this happened, the details of a suspect's hospitalization are confidential information.
That's
but
fair.
Dojima knows.
Just tell us where he is already. Dojima-san's on his way, ain't he? You don't know what he's gonna do there if we don't stop him!
Kanji-kun, you don't mean...
Yeah, hold on. Just what are you guys talking about?
Cough it up! Where's this room?
Top floor in the second surgical ward. Furthest room back. But there's a police guard.
But they might have let Dojima in. If it's police.
Or
That's
he knocked him the
concerning.
fuck out.
Meanwhile.
In Nanako's room.
What?
I was always watching over Nana-chan, and I still couldn't save her. It happened in my world. Even though I was the only Teddy in that place, I still couldn't do anything.
Let go of me. I need to speak to him.
Like we said, without permission.
Permission? Who gave them permission to kill Nanako? Tell me that, huh? The hell with you all! Why is he still alive when Nanako's dead? Give me back Nanako! Give her back! She's all I have! She's...
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
the only one in the world.
Call a doctor!
Let go of me. I need to...
Holy crap! Dojima-san! Quick, get him to his room. I'll go alert the doctors.
This is what I thought. After watching both the guards go away.
Dojima-san, was he seriously gonna...
His only daughter's dead. Nothing would have surprised me.
Dojima-san probably knew that there's little to no chance Namatame would be convicted. Damn it. He killed Senpai, and now Nanako-chan. And the bastard's gonna walk away without paying for what he did.
That's not right.
Why? Why is he the one that gets to go on living?
What was that?
The window in the room is wide open.
What are you doing?
I was scared, so I...
You have your life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
I didn't.
12 o'clock. Is it the Midnight Channel? Hey, isn't this...
I failed to save her. It's because you got in my way.
Another Namatame? How? The real one's right here and we already beat his shadow.
No. Come to think of it, Namatame never faced his other self. And we didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're seeing this now.
Well, give me a second. We never saw Mitsuo get his own persona, though.
Oh yeah, his shadow's still there.
I don't like that idea. Okay.
I mean, if you don't accept your shadow, then it's still there. And if you accept your shadow, it becomes a persona.
True.
I failed, but it wasn't my fault. And the law can't touch me anyway.
What?
Is that what Namatami's really thinking? Then he wasn't deranged or anything. He knew what he was doing.
To hell with the law. I won't ever forgive what you did.
This... Please! Stop! Huh? Stop what? We ain't even done anything yet. Or do you want us to do something? Something fitting for a bastard like you!
Kanji...
Okay, okay. I just realized this TV's big enough for us to probably crawl into. There's probably a reason for that.
Do whatever you want. You hate me because the child died, don't you? I don't care either way. Living or dying makes no difference to me. But you're different. You can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right? I'll continue saving people. It's my mission.
Mission?
God damn it, turn it back on.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop. What should we do?
What do you mean?
We can't let this bastard do whatever he pleases.
Still, what are you going to do?
No way I'm gonna walk out of here doing nothing.
I understand, but...
This must be a luxury suite. Most hospital wards don't have such large televisions. Why, with something like this in the room, this man could escape at any time. Although once he enters, he may find there's no way out.
Wait a second. You don't mean... Are you... serious?
You just gonna turn your back and walk away?
But...
What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Everyone, listen to me. If we're gonna do this, now is our only shot. We won't get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong, isn't it?
But... Yosuke...
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. That's it. We do that one thing, and this is all over.
Just...
Oh boy.
Push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay.
Okay. I don't know if I should save this or not, but I thought of it, because, like, who we carried out we thought was the Shadow, but the Shadow's still in there, so who do we carry out and who's crawling in front of us?
Namatami was in the TV world.
Right.
He was.
Because there's another Shadow. That's what they said, the Shadow's still there. Okay, fair enough.
Technically, what we faced wasn't strictly the Shadow, because it didn't say Shadow Namatami, it was something more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in Heaven was generated, technically speaking, from both Namatame and Nanako, because they were both in that area. It's all a big ball of mess.
Fair enough. Okay.
As for me, nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But before we do this, I want to hear what you think. What do you want to do, leader?
All right, this is it. This is the moment where your choices matter the most. More than anything else in the game, this matters right here. What you choose here determines if you get a bad end or if you get to keep on going and experience the game beyond December 3rd.
Oh, boy.
Before I go over what the choices are, Curb,
I
want to know from you what choice you would make if you're playing the game at this point.
I'd probably say wait a second here. Because whatever...
That's the correct response.
That's what I figured. Like, the one I would do the least is I can't stay here. Because we've been so involved in this. And I wouldn't walk away at that point. So if I was... the other two feel like more bad ones. But if I was going to do a bad one, I kind of think the first one would make a little more sense. And it's an interesting kind of pull on. I think I'd be curious and want to do that one a little bit. But honestly, me and my game sense, like, I would probably have picked the third one. If I, like, that's what I'm feeling.
So here's how this is going to go. We're going to go through the first bad ending. We're going to let it all play through. Then we're going to load up our save, come back to this point, do the second bad ending, let it play, come back, and then we will do the correct response.
Okay.
So, for the first bad ending, we must choose either push the bastard in or I can't stay here. Which would you like?
I would like to start off strong. I would like to push the bastard in.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll end this here and now.
I'm curious what she and
Wait a
DJ
second!
say.
Do you really understand what you're about to do? It's the exact same thing Namatame's been doing. I hate the guy too, but you really want to go that far?
Is getting revenge the right thing to do? But if we don't do anything, he might... I don't know anymore.
Are you sure about this?
Okay. To continue on the path of bad ending 1, we must say, do it already. For bad ending 2, if you choose anything beyond the correct answer, or if at this point you choose second option, no we can't, you'll get bad ending 2. Bad ending 1 is either first response or second response, and then first response. Bad ending 2 is anything that's not that or the correct answer, and the correct answer is 6 correct choices in a row.
Oh,
and 6. If you get any of those, if you pick anything wrong in those 6, you get bad ending 2.
Okay. So the one we're on right now, we have to get very specific ones. Okay.
Right. So we're going to say, do it already.
So this is
really
another one.
Mean it? There's no other way?
What about you guys? Remember, there's no need to stay if you don't want to.
I'll stay.
Me too. I won't be the only one to walk out on this. I'd only suffer more that way. If this is what we've decided, I'll stick with it to the end.
Holy crap, GA.
Me too. No matter how we end it, I want to witness it.
The other world that caused all this to happen will surely take care of the rest. Something I do want to point out here, I have not seen what any of the bad endings actually result in.
You picked the right one from the beginning, the first when you've played it before?
Well, I knew what to pick.
Okay.
I knew what to pick. But I have not... I was tempted to watch what the rest of them were, but I never did. So this is going to be the first time I get to see all this.
Ooh. Okay.
The case will be closed by the shadow that will appear from Namatame. With this, everything has come to an end. You should go back to Nanako.
So that means we did it, and it doesn't show it.
Yeah. Nanako-chan.
We avenged you, Nanako-chan. But I guess you wouldn't be too happy about that. You're such a kind girl. Hey, where's Teddy? Did he go home?
Teddy has disappeared, leaving a note behind.
I'm going back to my own world. It's not easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
And we just threw the murder in there, too.
Everyone avoided talking about the case, and waited for the severe winter to end. And so, time passed.
Whoa!
Told you, this is taking us to the end of the game.
Dang.
Welcome to March 21st.
Right? And we all avoided talking to each other.
Well, about the...
It's still foggy?
Yeah. Spring has once again come to Inaba.
Oh my god, the veggie garden.
Dojima residence.
And now, a story on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook the town of Inaba. Police have released the identity of the suspect, who was confirmed dead after escaping the hospital as Taro Namatame. Ruling his death a suicide, the police have closed their investigation. However, police have yet to announce the cause of death for either the victims or the suspect himself. Several criminologists have raised questions over how his alleged crimes were committed. It seems that though this case has come to an official end, many of its mysteries will remain forever unsolved. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog forecast.
Oh my gosh.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. Are you ready to go?
No.
Starting tomorrow, I'll be all by myself in this house. It's gonna be lonely. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me. Hey, if there was evil in the world that had to be dealt with, but no one would step up to see justice done, it might fall to the closest person at hand to bear the burden of punishing them.
He knows.
He knows.
Don't you think?
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe so. Huh. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come on. Hey. Thanks.
You really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will visit, won't you?
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
Well, I'll see ya. You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.
And that is the first bad ending for Persona 4.
Does it have a title? Because I know like sometimes certain endings have certain like titles to them or callings.
I believe it's just bad ending 1.
Oh, okay.
there are multiple endings here. There's technically, I would call 4 bad endings. One of them does have a title.
I know you showed me one as the example for when we didn't save Yukiko in time.
Right, but I'm not counting those. Those are more of game overs. This is technically speaking not a game over. You finished the game.
Right.
But,
we don't have Igor being like, so your contract.
Yeah. So these are just the credits. I cannot skip through these. So why don't you just take this time to say anything you want to say about everything in the game so far, or what's currently going on with throwing Namatame in and Nanako, Dojima. What are all your thoughts here?
I don't know. I think it's also definitely interesting. Like I said, I can't believe Nanako died. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know how to feel about all of it, because something's definitely still up with this Namatame as well. I don't know what it is, but he definitely still, like, was thinking of saving people, so it's very, like, oh boy. And, like, in a way, it's kind of... Like, I could see it. There's enough of a trope like that where people, like, find their way around the law and have to be punished a different way or something. It's happened...
Batman.
Yeah, Batman's very like that. There's a lot of different cases like that for sure, and how they would get exposed or how they would get punished certain ways. And we kind of are vigilantes like that, so it would almost kind of make sense. But I think I like how they handled it in terms of how each of the different people would have like handled that situation. Almost, you can tell Naoto from the justice side is like, if we want actual justice to be done, like Naoto was very like, we're gonna need the TV, like this is an idea, guys.
Is it legal? No, but is justice always legal?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And then of course not Yukiko, Yosuke and Kanji were pretty much same situation. His like Yosuke's is definitely out of a very specific person.
Yosuke's is definitely out of revenge, I feel.
Yeah, and Kanji seems a little more justice-based as well, kind of like this is what happens with that. So that's fair. Chie, I think, is the one that I wouldn't say surprised me the most, but I appreciated hers the most, because obviously she, like, in the beginning she had it for saying how she wasn't going to do it, and like you realize we're doing the exact same thing, but that her loyalty didn't waver, just kind of like which is like I think a good compliment to her character, the way that she never wavered from Yukiko either. So it's kind of like the way that hers handled, like when it says like I'm not walking out, I'm sticking through this, hers seemed like it definitely meant a lot more. Yukiko didn't really have much of something for it. Rise's was interesting too, because Rise didn't want to do the same thing either, but at the same time the whole I want to witness it line made me think of the whole thing where it's like, remember, he tried to do the same to you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting, and that might be more of Kanji's thing too. I mean, they all care about Nanako. Teddy is an interesting one. Like, the fact that he left on his own, it feels so unresolved.
Teddy was very much, he felt like it was his fault. He could not save her. She's gone. He can't bear to be around anymore.
It's so rough.
But I think Yukiko, part of it, she was all... she didn't really know what to say. It kind of felt like to me as like, but she wasn't going to go against what the group wants. If the group says we're doing this, she's like, okay, I don't know that I like it, but okay. I kind of get the feeling though, this is me kind of looking at things maybe beyond what would have happened here. Like, assuming this was the correct timeline, which it's not. I don't think this group of friends stays friends for long. I think after he leaves, or Ryoga leaves, they drift apart hard.
I could see that being the case.
What the fuck? Benjamin Franklin worked on this? What?
That's kind of amusing. I'm sorry, what?
Alright, that caught me off guard. Holy shit, okay.
That is really amusing.
But yeah,
he ties, he electrocutes, he gets lightning on a kite. He's like, I've invented personas.
Oh. But yeah, I knew what happened in this ending, like, Nanako and Namatame and everything. I knew what was going to be happening, but I didn't know, like, the dialogue or how things go with them. So it was like, goddamn, they're hitting it hard with this. Well done to the designers too. Like, I appreciate that there's multiple paths, and technically there's only one true path, which is really my preference in games. Like, I think there's, like, I know a lot of people like being able to choose what path they do in a game, like what their endings are. Personally, for me, I prefer having a quote-unquote true ending that's canon, which is why some games like, even though I liked the game a lot, Fire Emblem Three Houses kind of frustrates me a little bit because there is no true ending. You just have 4 different paths you can choose from in the game. Oh, we are not saving that clear data. Fuck off.
Heck no. We recorded. No.
Yeah, but then you can choose your path in the game, but there is no one true path, which kind of annoys me. But this game, they give you multiple bad endings that you can choose from if you want to do them. There is still a true timeline.
Right.
Yes, we're going back without saving or clear data. We know this is okay.
Remove this timeline. Except Nanako's about to die again.
Alright guys, so we're going to resume back to the point where Yosuke asks us what we want to do, and we'll see you with Bad Ending 2. Alright, we're back. So, we triggered Bad Ending 1 by choosing either Push the Bastard in or I Can't Stay Here, and then the first option. This time around, we're going to go for Bad Ending 2, so we're going to say I Can't Stay Here first. Just to see what the response is to it.
Okay.
What? Are you saying you forgive this bastard?
I thought you'd feel the same way we do, Senpai.
You're gonna let this go? Did you see what happened to Nanako-chan? Look, just think about this. Are you sure about that?
And again, we choose between push him in or... Well, this time it's push him in or don't do this. We're going to say, don't do this.
Thank goodness. I knew you'd say so.
How the hell can you be so half-assed about this?
No.
Are you okay with what this bastard did?
That's not the point.
Of course we're not! But can you look me in the eye and say you're okay with doing the same thing this guy did?
It's a very good point.
It's just like how you feel right now. That you can't turn your back and do nothing. We're not gonna sit back and watch while our friend becomes a murderer, you moron!
To kill someone because they killed someone first. I can't decide on something that serious. But still, if you have it in you to be this angry for someone who was close to you, then you mustn't kill. That's something you can never take back.
So we leave it to the cops? You trust them to handle it?
Even if we can't trust them, from here on is no longer our battle. It's Dojima-san and his fellow officers' fight to convict the suspect. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm proud that I could protect this town with you all. That's why I don't want to make this terrible situation even worse by doing something like this. I want to keep going to school with you all, and make more memories with my friends. I don't want one of those memories to be of us killing someone. So what if there's another crime? We can still save people, like we always have. Nothing has happened yet. Then why assume that our future will be filled with misfortune?
Also true.
Nothing's happened yet. Our future hasn't been decided. Let's go back to Nanako-chan's room.
Okay.
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
What?
Huh? What did you just say?
How?
Nanako-chan's alive?
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart and lungs fail, but it does happen. But until I know why she collapsed in the first place, I can't say for sure how well she'll recover from here on. Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
So this isn't a joke? You're actually telling the truth?
Nanako-chan. Oh my god.
This is amazing!
Miracles do happen. I'm so glad.
I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Come on.
Wait a second, where's Teddy? I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right. That's weird. I figured he wouldn't move from Nanako-chan's side.
Teddy, where did you go?
Afterwards, you found the note that Teddy left behind.
I'm going back to my own world. It's not easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
Everyone avoided talking about the case and waited for the severe winter to end.
Here we go.
And so, time passed.
Whee!
It is kind of amusing, I have to admit. Welcome back to March 21st.
Mm-hmm.
The fog is still there.
Again.
Spring has once again come to Inaba.
And now, a story on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook the town of Inaba. Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed irrelevant. However, he continues to flatly deny his involvement in the first two murders. Namatame also maintains his strange insistence that he, quote, placed them inside the TV to save them. With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Yep.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow, we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined.
I don't know about you, but if I lived in a town in which periodically, there'd be thick fog just every so often for a couple days, but then at one point there came a thick fog that lasted for 3 months, I'd be like, I'm gonna move. I don't want to be here anymore. This is weird.
It can't be good for mental health in general. Even though they're trying to imply it's like poison and stuff, but like mental health, that's got to really weigh down on you.
Oh, yeah.
If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. You ready to go? Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me. There's nothing more I can do for this case. I might end up testifying in court, but otherwise I'll just be observing to see how things play out. I don't imagine he'll get that harsh of a sentence given the evidence, or lack thereof. Well, so it goes. Hey, mind if I ask you something? It's only been a year since you got here, but a lot's happened since then. What do you think about your time here? Are you satisfied with the things you did? The choices you made?
The choices you made. Interesting way of putting that, huh?
Very much is. What are you asking?
I see. We can leave it at that. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station.
I think he's saying that he knew we had a chance, and he wants to know if we regret not doing it.
Right.
Come on. Hey. Thanks.
You really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will visit, won't you?
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch,
Okay.
I'll reserve a room.
I know we've seen this one already, so that's why I feel comfortable talking over it.
Sure. Well, I'll see ya.
But I can't unsee it, but like, are their necks too long? Or is it just me? I'm sorry.
Well, first of all, I didn't notice anything. But then when you were saying that, oh wow, yeah, the kanji's an interesting example. That it was focusing on Yosuke, it's like, oh god, maybe.
I don't know. The proportion seemed a little weird to me, and I was like, what? Wait. A, is it just me? B, why am I thinking this right now?
I mean, it's fair.
Okay, you kind of see where I was coming from, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so here the credits are again. We've now seen both of the bad endings. Curb, take it away.
Yes, because we spoke over the other ones. This one kind of makes sense. I could understand people thinking that one might be the true ending a little bit. But obviously there's definitely a lot more to it, because, like, we know that there's still a Namatame in the Midnight Channel. So here's the deal. Like, for the first one, it makes sense. They're thinking they ended it all by throwing him in there. But I think that there's still, like, the possibility of the second one thinking, okay, he's still here. There's still something in the TV. Let's go figure that out. So that's why this one definitely feels weird, because it's like, you're not saying that none of them, because, like, especially, like, if it was Yosuke or Kanji, someone who's very irritated and didn't get to throw someone in the TV, would be like, there's still something in there. We need to go see it for everybody else or something. So it's like, that part's like, okay, I feel like there should have been something. Like, it could have been a full-on, like, there could have been, like, a fake-out where there's, like, a couple more days for, like, okay, well, now that we didn't do this, we know something's still in there, let's go. And then it's still kind of some sort of bad end still. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I also have another comment that's, in general, kind of giggly for me, and it's using game logic or whatever. Did anyone think that, hey, you know those, like, scapegoat eggplants that we carry around? Can we, like, just, like, sneak one into her hospital bed or something? I mean, we also have stuff to restore HP. I mean, can we, is it a theory that maybe we could have been using this stuff on Nanako at all? Since she's clearly affected by stuff in the other world, maybe stuff from the other world would work on her.
I think the implication with those items is that they only have those effects in the TV world, because otherwise, take the little candies or whatever, or the radios, the mirrors. I don't think they're mirrors in this game, but like all these various weird items, they don't do anything in the real world, but it's only in this other world where they have some kind of effect to them.
Yeah, I thought it was worth calling out.
I mean, it's very much a hey, why don't we use a Phoenix Down on this dead character scenario?
It's a very, why can't you use the Phoenix Down on Ares?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's very much that. So, I mean, it's a fair point. Something else I want to point out here is that in the first band ending, you remarked how Yukiko didn't really say a whole lot when you were all going down the push him in the TV route. But when you choose, I don't want to do this, that's when she opens up and she's like, yeah, I don't want to see my friends become murderers. It's the whole classic, hey, if you kill a murderer, there's still the same number of murderers in the world.
So then you just be one murderer killing multiple murderers, and then the council goes down.
Well, yeah, if you kill more than one, then technically it goes down. But you know what I mean.
I know.
I was gonna bring that up too, anyways.
Yeah. God, this is why we're friends. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's I like how both these endings, like, they're kind of opposite to each other. They're both bad, but they're on different spectrums. Mm-hmm. But luckily,
one's like the aggressive and one's like the passive side.
Yeah.
Luckily, so the middle would be assertive or something.
Well, the middle you'll find out here soon.
Oh my god, wait, motion graphics, I thought that said tortilla. I'm like, what do you mean a tortilla worked on this?
What the fuck,
what do you mean?
Man? Jesus Christ.
I don't know, you called out Ben Franklin.
I mean, I did. But I think that's a little bit more real than a fucking tortilla.
We have so many shadows in this game of other things. It's not too far-fetched.
But not tacos.
Can I have a taco enemy? And then you eat it, and then when you defeat it, you gain HP because you ate it.
God damn it! I won't talk.
Please.
No.
Okay, fine. So we should probably jump to the final ending then.
Unless you have more to say, yeah, I'm good to do that.
I am good. Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to make my eggplant point. I wanted to make my why didn't we go and see this shadow regardless point, but yes.
All right, we'll see you all as we get ready to do the good ending.
Woohoo!
All right, so it's time to finally see what the correct line of choices is going to be to get the good, true, and golden ending. We know the first choice is wait a second here.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, Curb, I'm going to have you tell me what you would choose on all of them before I see what the correct choice is.
Oh! Okay.
You don't got to think too hard about it, but just like, if you were playing this game, what would you do?
I swear to God, if Nanako stays dead in the true ending, I swear.
We'll find out.
Wait a second here.
We don't have time to wait. If we don't do this now, the cops will come back. What are you trying to say?
Ooh, it's not the second one. For sure. This won't change anything. But I'm very... What?
That would be wrong.
I thought that would be the right one. Okay, because I was really curious about the first one, but I wasn't sure what. So what are we missing?
We're missing something.
I want to know what. I'm so curious now.
Something we don't know. What don't we know?
Whether he'll kill again, whether... So we kind of know he can't be tried. We know he'll kill again. They were talking about continuing to save people. Whether revenge is right? Because I don't think it's Namatame's true feelings, because that's what the shadow's saying, right? Whether revenge is right is what I'm going with.
No. We don't know Namatame's true feelings.
We really don't? Okay. Interesting.
But we just heard the guy's true feelings on TV!
Which is what I was saying.
Didn't you
Interesting.
Understand?
Why is he scared? Yeah.
Also wrong.
Dang it! Because I honestly do want to know that. Something's still bothering me.
Something's bothering me.
Because he's not really trying to repent here either.
What is it? I already told you there's no time to waste. Are you even getting at something here, or are you just stalling?
We're missing something. It's not the TV one. That wouldn't be the care. I think it's we're missing something.
You got one.
Finally, my God. Thank God.
Missing? Like what exactly? Damn
So,
it, I've heard enough of this bullshit. Give me a straight answer.
You were saying?
My question is, any of these incorrect ones, does that give us the...
If we pick anything wrong at this point, after choosing the...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, after choosing wait a minute, if you choose anything wrong, then you get the bad ending number 2.
Number 2, okay.
Yeah.
Are we doing this or not? That's all I give a damn about right now.
Ooh. Why did you do that? I feel like you're trying to give me a hint.
No, it's me just need to say, like, okay, which one would we choose on the last one, just to make sure I didn't have my
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my God.
This is the last choice. This is the last time we chose.
I don't think it's I can't do it. I can't do it feels like that would definitely get us to the same bad end. Calm the hell down.
Calm the hell down. You yelled at everyone to calm down.
He's right. Let's all calm down for a second.
I'm perfectly calm.
Liar.
Hey, what did you mean by we're missing something?
Teddy.
What's there to miss with a sick bastard like him?
I mean, you're right.
Hey, let's all take a
We
deep
are
breath.
missing Teddy.
Dang, I thought that was
After
the thing.
what happened to Nanako-chan and seeing Dojima-san, we're not thinking straight right now.
Fine.
Everyone took a deep breath. It seems that everyone has finally regained their composure, except for Namatame.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. We should calm down and think rationally about this. I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from Namatame's perspective. There's no denying that this man brought great harm to Nanako-chan. But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumptions based on watching the Midnight Channel a moment ago. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment, trying to impute all responsibility to him rashly.
But... yeah, the guy's not saying anything. Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV. It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things. Truthfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet. We'll have to see what he can tell us about them, though it appears he's in no condition to do so at the moment.
True. Dealing with him right now might not solve all the things that are bothering us. Damn it. But you better remember this. I'll do everything I can to stop him from repeating what he's done. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Let's just think for now.
Jeez, how the hell can you stay so calm, man?
It's because Santok's picking the answers for me.
That's why you're our leader.
You're right.
All right. Let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. All right, I'm convinced.
Thank you. I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
We all know how you feel, Yosuke. Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. And thanks.
The case has taken a sharp turn, and the investigation team is now one step closer to the truth. It seems that you will go on with your friends to solve another mystery.
Sweet. Whoa!
Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. These genuine bonds shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Loki, the ultimate form of the Fool Arcana.
Oh my gosh.
You were wondering about him. There he is.
We can make Tom Hiddleston sweet.
Well,
not that Loki, I know. That was after this game anyway. What?
The final Arcana. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. It brings thee closer to the truth. Thou shalt be blessed in creating personas of the Judgment Arcana.
Interesting.
You establish the Seekers of Truth, social link of the Judgment Arcana. So, investigation team was while we were all investigating with each other. Now, it's the same group of people that's the Seekers of Truth, but we're seeking the truth of what the fuck has been happening.
Fair enough.
Hey, you guys? What are you doing? You can't be in here.
Hey, the window open. We caught him with the window.
We were keeping an eye on the suspect. The police officers outside seem to have their hands full helping Dojima-san. If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police's reputation. And their trust in you, Adachi-san.
Oh, I see. We'll tighten security from now on, and I'll arrange for him to be transported out as soon as possible. So, if you guys can keep quiet about being in here, I'd really appreciate it.
How is he, Doctor? He seemed to be extremely agitated a moment ago.
He seems fine for now, but he really needs his rest.
That seems fine to you? I don't know, man. He still looks like he's flipping out.
This doctor's a hack.
Outside, everyone. Doctor's orders.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room.
Moment of truth. Please don't let her be dead in this storyline.
So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
Teddy.
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me too. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right?
Save from what?
So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious. If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing that announcer would be even more inexplicable. Namatame and his wife were separated at the time. Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified that she had discarded him. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was shocked to hear of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano.
But I'm still confused because he definitely has addresses for everyone, which we learned from the journal, but then also Saki too. Saki's like the weird one that doesn't quite, it's like the middle one, because about the time that Yukiko got involved, then it's like, oh, definitely trying to save people in his mind, it seems. So something's definitely weird and off here.
Although, her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
I said that.
I love how, like, between both this game and Danganronpa, a lot of times you and I would be like, okay, but what about this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then the very next bit of dialogue, what about that? It's like, motherfucker.
God damn it.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
I don't really get any of this.
Oh, this is so confusing!
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
Oh, there you are, all of you.
Mm.
Please come with me immediately.
Huh? What's going on?
What are you waiting for? Hurry, go!
What? Teddy!
Where am I?
How did this happen?
Is this Teddy's world? This doesn't quite feel like it, though. I remember being at the hospital. That's right, Nana-chan.
The heck? I'm so confused.
I couldn't do anything. Why do I even exist? I couldn't keep my promise. I lost my reason to be there. That's it. I remember now. So, it was true. Guys! Sensei! What should I do?
Where are you, Teddy? The heck? Where did you wander into?
Good question.
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
What?
Huh? What did you just say? Nanako-chan's alive?
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart and lungs fail, but it does happen. But until I know why she collapsed in the first place, I can't say for sure how well she'll recover from here on. Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
So this isn't a joke? You're actually telling the truth?
Nanako-chan.
Oh my god.
You got your wish.
Thank God.
This is amazing!
Miracles do happen. I'm so glad. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Come on. Stop crying, you two.
You all should go home for the night. I'll speak with Dojima-san tomorrow about Nanako-chan's treatment. It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be careful not to catch a cold.
Please tell Dojima she's still alive, somebody.
Wait a second, where's Teddy? I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right. That's weird. I figured he wouldn't move from Nanako-chan's side.
Teddy, where did you go?
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
That's a good idea.
No letter was found this time.
Good point.
Nanako is fighting hard to survive. You must wait and believe that she will recover.
Oh, there you are. I forgot to tell you. Don't pull that again, okay? You can't just meet with the suspect like that. Anyway, I came to give you an update on Dojima-san. His wounds opened up a little, but he's treated now and he's fast asleep.
Thank you.
He'll be alright, don't worry. Knowing him, by this time tomorrow, he'll be on his feet and yelling at people again.
Also accurate.
Don't tell him I said that.
I'm still gonna tell him.
Anyway, I heard Nanako-chan's on the road to recovery again. You guys were being so dramatic that I got really worried. But this is good news. She'll be well again in no time. By the way, you're all alone at the house now, right? Well, enjoy your freedom while you can. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan will be back soon after all.
You sense Adachi's concern for you.
Well, I better head back. You go home too, before it gets too late. See ya.
I'm sorry. This is gonna be a weird one, and it's probably gonna be off base, and I'm gonna feel bad for doing this if it's incorrect.
I couldn't save.
I'm suddenly really suspicious of Adachi for some reason.
Why?
I don't know why. He's so like pleasant about it, and he always seems to come by right after everything, and like he's smoothing things over. I don't know. I feel like I'm falling for like a novice deputy situation, but I think I'm just getting too suspicious.
All right.
Okay, couldn't save.
Why? Mayumi and that girl too. I couldn't save them.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
I'm so confused. Where are we walking?
Shopping district.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
Snow.
Oh, it's snow.
Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year. It's freezing. Let's go home.
You're the one in a skirt without leg warmers.
Teddy, don't forget to contact us, all right?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
Back in Namatame's room, was it really right to stop everyone from what they were about to do? For now, you have no way of knowing.
I mean, technically we know that wasn't the right way.
You remember that your cell phone has been off this entire time since you were at the hospital.
Oh.
There seems to be no messages. You should go home before you catch a cold.
What's the point of reminding about the cell phone if there wasn't going to be anything?
Honestly, I don't know.
Gosh darn it.
Veggies?
Well, yeah, let's get some veggies.
I don't think I have anything to plant.
Uh-huh.
Because we went into the finals and that chewed up all the time there.
That's a good point.
Oh, we have wheat. Never mind.
Nice.
Alright. Go ahead and do a save here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to keep going for just a little bit.
Fair enough.
Oh. Then there's what happened in Namatame's hospital ward. The snow that started to fall, and the fog that won't disappear. What lies ahead from here on? You feel very tired. You should hurry and get some rest for today.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
Hello, Igor. This...
Welcome. It's been quite some time.
Actually, we've been coming here to Fuse a lot.
Yeah. It seems you've been summoned to the Velvet Room.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you within your dreams. Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
Yes, I can solve it.
Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight.
Is this a rites of passage episode?
Maybe. Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life? The answers to those things lie within you.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
For completed
Failing to
social links?
understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
Alright, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
It seems the car has stopped moving.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
Our heart's pretty swanky then if it's all this velvet.
Oh yeah. You could hear something in the distance.
What? But we heard something. Wait, what did we hear?
You know when you wake up just when you're at the good part of a dream?
Did that just happen here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that you've been sleeping until now. You hear the doorbell ringing. Someone seems to be at the door.
Namatame, knock it off.
Delivery! Oh.
No.
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
Of course.
Where could Teddy have gone? In any case, you decide to go look for him.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That is what Igor said. But
let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
Want to hear you put it like that? Sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior, and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself!
Also, didn't he still claim he saved these people here that were in dungeons? Didn't he say that when we... Yeah, so how are we still saved coming back then, with that logic?
I don't know.
What do you think, Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Yes, yes!
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
We're all clones.
Oh my god, clone theory. Again.
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
A third killer? Oh, great.
The possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility?
Ooh. Because Namatame's diary connects everything together, so it makes it seem like he was more of it. We're trying to think of it. The warning letter throws me off about... He's telling... Well, if the whole point is saving people, why are they telling us not to save people in the warning letter? Hiragi's alibi was shoot across. You haven't told me I have to pick something, but I feel like there's a certain one we need here.
I think if you get it wrong, we can pick another one, because it doesn't tell me otherwise.
Oh, bummer. Okay. I'm gonna go with the warning letter, then.
Warning letter? Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
You recall that the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close we put in and killed."
Interesting. That definitely differs from what Namatame was claiming.
It doesn't sound like saving someone.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like "don't rescue" or "kill"?
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean...
Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
Namatame was working with someone.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then, it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
You all work together to take another step toward the truth.
Ooh.
How
What a
though?
twist.
After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
Been quite a few of those, hasn't there?
I have a plan. But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Oh, this is happening now.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh?
Ah, says she was off the case.
Understood. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
Fair enough.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Yes, that's why I'm here.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
Why would you be?
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
Oh, wow.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Whoa, everyone?
Yep. They set a distraction in the lobby.
They did? Oh.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object. So he won't be gone long.
All right. And now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
It seems that he understands what you're saying. What should you ask him?
Who did you throw in first? Yukiko.
Huh? Me?
What should you ask him?
Is saving killing people?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
What should you ask him?
Did you kill? We're gonna have to pick it then.
Did you kill those two girls?
Right. If you didn't put them in there, they would have been killed regardless.
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Indulge us in a few more questions.
What should you ask him?
Why did you enter the TV? Okay.
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
What should you ask him?
Why the warning letters?
What are you talking about?
What should you ask him?
Who killed the first two?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
As I thought.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please. Tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
That's why we're here.
All right.
I was expecting the policeman to come back in at that moment.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV. I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end,
that's fair.
I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Namatame is casting his eyes downward, painfully.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remembered the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again, and I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did, so I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
it became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store. After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain.
Whoa.
That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone?
That's her being attacked.
Yeah, really.
Please! The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was gonna be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Ooh.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I just had some water go down wrong. Ooh, boy.
Breathe. I'm sorry that I haven't said much. I've just been so engulfed. I'm like, I want to know what's next.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ah!
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
Yeah.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You know, a lot of this could have been...
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
A lot of... Because, like, that's the thing, it's safer in there, but he went in with Nanako to escape. He very well could have gone in with Yukiko, and once she's in the world, it would make more sense to explain, but then he didn't know how to get anything out of there, so that kind of makes sense, but that's just a...
What kind of gets me is that he thought it was going to put people in when he didn't know how to get them out.
Right, exactly.
So the first thing I would have tried was like, okay, so let's take a book, push it in the TV. Now can I pull it back out? No? Oh. Well then do I go inside? That's the next step myself.
Right.
And then I'd try to get out. But he probably wouldn't have been able to. Because they had to have Teddy let them out in the beginning.
The police were after me, so I had to get away.
Unless he ran into Teddy.
But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was.
Wait, hold on, what? 3? Why only 3? Is that a mistake?
Yeah, I think that is a mistake.
Because there's 4. Yukiko, Kanji, Rise, Naoto.
I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
Maybe he meant after Yukiko?
That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Junes?
Right!
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
That suspicious object must be really suspicious.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
You know what? It's still unforgivable.
Yes, I agree. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime, and on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the Other World you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
That's actually pretty true.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people. The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke.
Ooh, I have another question.
What's up?
I just realized this. Because he didn't throw Mitsuo in. I don't think. Do we know if he did?
Well, he's not saying Mitsuo. He didn't identify him. He said, like,
Right.
all the people I've saved have been hanging out together.
Yeah, that's because Mitsuo got in somehow. That's interesting. Okay. Just putting that in the universe. Continue.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
Here it is.
What are you all crammed in here for?
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
That's our plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
You've taken another step toward the truth.
Woohoo!
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Shh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
It's okay. We brought you an eggplant.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
Right.
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
Not really.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on.
And technically, now that we know that the notes are connected to it, we know something's still warm about the case.
And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
Tomorrow, you'll all be going out to talk to people in town. Will this finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decide to go home early today and get some rest. Alright, everyone. Well, we saw quite a bit of things happen there.
That was a big one.
We experienced 2 bad endings. We learned that Naotame actually didn't kill anyone. So it's not him.
Interesting.
So, who is it? Stay tuned.
Oh boy.
See you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.